나 강기 나 걸로 강기 걸로 야부시군요. 저래서 걸로 야부시군 야 걸로 야부시고 되잖아요. 맞아. 지진이 시아봐 지수록으로 와서 이렇게 주문돼 왔.
So we should all begin with the right motivations, so that this listening to teaching or giving the teachings, so serve the purpose of Dharma.
다 선을 대도시 라인다 대도시 나 선을 대도다 레다 걸로대가 이제 대다다시 않는다 고등어도 개침을 씹을래 이거래 이제 관계가 걸 잡아서 야분되와 가서 제바고 배야 보세요 임바이다 고자 징게지 센트니 무시바데 고자지다 센노치데 다티 동아 티가지 녀슬래고 다 메시게 가야 고자 메시 센트니 세마시 데데가 가로네 메나사지 내가 만져 콜타 가요 말 고자 징게 되고 다 센트 바데 세사 너희 녀모 온드로니에 너희 녀모 온드로 셀 시도니 게임이 빠세 노미 빠시라지 미거든 생로도와 다티 다 연애는 전에 아버야 맞 센트랑 용거래데 연애는 제 제자나 센트로 론소치 건디디와지 론노치 대통으로 시야서 건디 마셔는 론트 그래라 되네 시ddhana daso mal kali khonshia le kali da song chi de tu gondya.
So last week we started to talk about the benefit of patience, and also we also talk about the benefit of meditation, engaging in meditation practice. So so essentially, the benefit lies in terms of being for us to be able to calming our mind down, when our mind is very disturbed and it's not stable. So from meditation. Relying on the meditation practice, so we understand, we have certain kind of knowledge to be what we should do, when our mind is very disturbed and very agitated. So whereas, however, when if we lack the understanding of meditation practice, then it's a separate stories, because we if we lack the meditation understanding of meditation, and then if we confront a very agitated, very disturbed state of mind, then we are completely we do not know, we're completely ignorant about what to, we're very confused about what to do, and so therefore there could be some other methods such as relying on taking certain medication and so forth. So however, so when we think of the meditation practice, so we, of course, it's all to receive, to be our meditation practice to be beneficial. So of course it is not enough, not simply enough just the knowing about the practice, So rather, instead of that, we have to apply that practice, apply our knowledge into the practice. So we have to see, for example, when our mind is very agitated or disturbed, we have to engage, apply this our understanding of meditation practice, meditation in practice, and then if we do that, then we have to, what we have to do is to try to really to then in order to overcome or prevent this such a agitated state of mind. So we have to direct our mental attentions on the objects, such as like a virtuous object, and then how, when we apply that, and how the moment our mind actually rests in the object of the meditation, we will really start to begin to feel the relaxations of our mind, and so therefore it gives you some sort of the positive motivations to engage in the meditation practice, and so therefore in this way, if we, as the term meditation implied, so it is something that we need to apply the practice meditation in practice. Every time we face this, confront with this very agitated, disturbed mind, and then and by doing this, then we become more familiar with the practice, and then it gets easier as we as time goes.
먼저 고자셔야 소소라 펜바진 저거야. 고자 소소라 펜바 간저. 너나 소소 고자 소소 내바진 저. 문제 봐봐 세아지와. 뒷내가 야부시 거. 뒷내가 내가 고자도 신의 소소 녀녀 때문에 거기게 되면 칸이 신이 냐서 쟁게 샤서 녀게 냐서 용케서 말해. 내가 야부식을 내가 신이 랑이다 고자지 서서 문제 베가 바 강하나 세되겠어 내베가 대화세는 코드 되게 근데 고자라 되니까 드리가 차진 좋아지 쉬어서 쉬나 다 서서는 앞에야 대사 서서 내가 야부식지 녀서 랑이다 알지나 소소 선노토니 얘가 셔봐서 많이 소소 선노토 요는 선노토 셔봐시비 또 이거 다 들리고 다 패도들이 용거야. 이제 때 녀시로도 인제 봐세 됐템보야. 제기래 니래서 저거 될템보야 마티가 나 선노신데 또나 야분도 왕게네. 먼저 되셔나다 센트어들 샘 안에 봐 센트 안들 먼저 대강아정에 따발이 반저 첨보인게 르바저 강아 가르데 센트비 강아들이시 다 센트비 강아데 서서 다시 제 고잔에서 세지지 땡된데 야 르나사세냐 리건 특제 만조에 내게 되고 소도사를 전에 된거 콜로 다 고자세네 펜도제지 용거래데 차디 키강아 세지 깔고 용거도 와 저러 뒤선은 또 손은 전부 땡데 저러 또 이제 맞대서 사제면 봐 제고도 되게 저러 고자세네 까마가야 고자 토그래 된 제고도 받아 버려 내 된거 저 저것도 와되네 대제 고자세는 거기 고자 까마진데 너근데 저것도 반로알라 가까이 펴 마서 네 라티고 중앙 가까이 세서 마서 다 하죠 고 제모도 와인 띵엔지나는 그 내자 가가로 응네다 띵엔지 템보이나 시 특제드네 그거 노 띵엔지 세거든 소통 거야 맞아 시 세라핀 속으로 세라핀 안도 렛 속이시래도 다 야세라데 세라바 뭐가 말해대 띵에서 세 킥지 써인 거 킥을 리제요냐 그래로 나 손 들리 손아 다 야보야 돼 그래서 고자는 내가 하나 신들 고자 당에 고자지 가르쳐기 있어 그래 다 sensi야
So each of us have must, each of us who follow the meditation practice, so must recognize the benefit of following the meditation practice, and each individual must see that by following the meditation practice, what sort of desirable goal that you are able to achieve or you are able to fulfill, and what are the undesirable things that you are able to remove, to get rid of. So therefore, when we talk about this, the real gaining the real benefits of the meditation practice, then, as I was just saying before, it's not enough, somebody to simply to listen to the teaching, and then there's another person just to giving discourse on the teachings. So rather, in order for individual to really to gain the benefit, then you have to apply the meditation. You have to taste this meditation, what you learn about meditation in practice, and so therefore it becomes very, as it is saying, that even when you are in the process of learning about meditation practice, it's more important that rather than just simply listening to someone's talk or to reading text. So what's more important is to really to the utilizings, making the best use of your own this rational and this intelligent mind, and trying to see and analyze this your what you know, what you learn about the Dharma, and then through this process, through utilizing one's own this discriminating wisdom or this intelligent power, and then if you come to some sort of again your understanding become, then you gain some sort of understanding through that. Then you can see that such understanding is you can see is much firm and much reliables and more kind of definitives. So it's not rather on the other hand, if your understanding is just merely depend on someone's hearsay, someone's what you heard from others, then it's not really the understanding is not that stabilized, and so therefore when we think of this meditation practice, that which we study, then we can really see it has the real a place for in our life or in the societies to really to benefit to the peoples, and especially when you look into this very kind of very affluent, very material, very developed societies, when you look at the overall, then the kind of the problems of the difficulty that the people go through is really primarily related to our mind, state of the mind being very agitated, being very disturbed or confused. So very much related to the mind, and so in terms of that. So now when we consider the certain kind of means or the tools to really to now the soul, this problem which is related to our mind, then it is really the most effective means is really the meditation practice, and of course, if these kind of the problem that we face is more to do with with for example with our physical health. Like for example, if somebody is going to some sort of physical health problems, which in the very close to the to dying, then if you say to that person to meditate, and that's not going to person is not going to cure from the disease, so it's a bit not that relevant. So similarly, if someone is really hungry, and really starving for food, then if you ask the person to meditate, then that the person is not going to overcome the or they get the appetite, fulfilled. So, so therefore, it is when we talk about this, solving the overcoming our physical problems, such as like hunger, and of course there are when a certain very high level, very advanced meditation practice where there are we do know that there are certain when we are able to develop our meditative concentration to a very high level, there is a possibility that we have to the less relying on the physical needs, and such as even this like gross food that which our body is dependent upon. So so these are all very exceptions, but normally so we depend on that, and so therefore the if the problem related to the physical is a separate issue, but however when it is the difficulty or problem something related to our mind, then it's really we can see that the only and the most effective means to solve the problem is really the meditation practice.
Che Chambo Sherati, then also good. It is be shoot that they were. Tacha Posuba, yes, the Samba Madea, the Samba Mashiba dead, they touch it, Tomata Yama. None wrong touching it, Shani touch him out the Tagarun set that. It is no ya. Goja, so son toji, abozo, Gojani, Choras, Sengtilla, Kangamo, Seji Abaja, Machi, then Tongoya, Yashi get a Marda. Yashi get a Mare, then Mara son of Toshu Chena. I took a son to Chibarava. Son of Toshu Tilla, Jichi Jaji Abade, there's a Bosho met Nanyona Chambo Yare. Yare. Gitavara, Shaloni Kanga Zogan, Mano Choro Kanga Neti Yamari. Yamare, no sang, Mano Shepos, Choros and Zogtu, and Calcon. Give Bosho, man. That carrier, no anything other, truths of Komala Padua. No truths of a car, say, hey, Hedayava, say, Shedemona. Say Papa there. That tongue on such Mushuchi ration. 3 years, suddenly, Cavandona, Senator, Yaboyum, Shiboyum, Tajan Zambicas, Shiboy, Tajam Manza, which I knew Shiboyum. Kanga maybe color Shiboyum, Kanga Yori color, say Mashiba, say Shiboyum. That Mother Son Tenetona, Yapon the water, get us test, saucer, nature's no, Mother Kanga there, Son of Toshin when you were there. Son of Toshin, the Chichijana, getting Mother no, your Kanga Mova sets over you, do not tell lava, till touch it and touch and do say what.
So in relating to the means or to the way of overcoming the problem which is related to our mind. So this is something that which I have been giving a lot of thought on it. And also in the area where I also personally do have some sort of experience, what really work to overcoming that kind of such this mentally related unhappiness or the problems. And so it's something that I can say that there is, for this kind of problem, what we need to find is something, the support, if you like, some sort of support system or some sort of, we call it like an inner friend, which we have to find within ourselves, to be able to find that within ourselves. And so we will, it is coming, I can categorically say from our own experience, that say to people that if you find that the inner friend within yourself, then regardless whether you are alone by yourself, or or you are with others, you can always be assured this peace and happiness within within yourself. And also it can also, even if the safeguard you from a lot of like outer the cause of harm, disturbance on you, such as if there's someone who's provoking you to get very provocative. When you have this the advantage of this inner support, inner friend, then it cannot harm you inwardly, and so therefore the personally if we have to talk the problems, difficulty of the life in terms of the external conditions, even in that regard, I could say that probably I could be among you, I could be the one who have in my life have went through a lot of those kind of the hardships, and so therefore these things that are I'm saying to you in terms of the benefit of the meditation practice and then effectiveness of this the meditation practice is not something that I'm saying because I have a clairvoyant power. So rather, all things I'm saying is really I'm deriving it from my own life experience. So therefore we can even if you observe your own life, we can see how the when you look at the problem that arises which is related to our mind, how these are all the kind of like the creations or created by or the projected by our own mind, and so therefore when we recognize, when we understand that, then we also understand. Then in order to overcome that, then we have to change our way of thinking, and so therefore in a one sense. So when the meditation, when we follow the meditation practice, so it is really all about this, about bringing such changes, in our mental attitude, with our mental attitude or mental outlooks, and through this process, through training. So it is through training our mind and through controlling and disciplining our mind. So in through this way, then we will be able to gain or to cultivate some sort of stable mental peace and happiness and also our stable outlooks of our things, in such that we can have that. We can this can then serve as the continuous source of happiness, regardless of whatever we face in our life, whether it's we face a situation where whether the situation is very favorable to us or not, or something very the life situation is very difficult or the easy one, whatever it is. But we can, regardless of all that, but how one can inwardly or internally, one can maintain a very stable and a lasting peace and happiness.
강아 돈래지에나 어더니 강아의 센터런지 강아 세 대용거야 강아를 센터서 강아 세 점말에 강아 모르도 이제래요 손도도요 강아를 돈래서 말래 강이 옷 저거야 말아 강아 홀 맞아와 소득이랑 화이문죠 그래서 나 강아 돌아서 매 계속 라이마 동아도 되네 내자라 예문 트비거든 제바 다 되고가 제바야나 강아 레가라 강아 돌아들려가 강아 돼서 센투 말이 세만 줘야지 세မရှိ봐 용거야 말이 세မရှိ봐 뭐 이제 강아도 돌려서 뒤에서 강아세비 타란 주거든 거기 봐 싶어질래 뭐라 이제 다 선로 대해서 이마 제바 계속 가서 대시에 이마
So we're talking as far as the discussion on the teaching goes. So we are talking on the subject of patience, developing patience, and so which is really something very essential for us to be able to cope with life and to be able to maintain some sort of stable peace and happiness in our life, because patience is necessary. Because when we look in our life situations, then there seems to be always we always face certain difficulties or certain very unfavorable situations, and so therefore if you imagined that if you don't tolerate, don't be able to tolerate or to show patience towards all these various difficulties and that we face in our life, and then what will happen then? Then it will simply whenever we, as a result of that, then it will always brings more disturbance and more worries really in our mind, and so when we have that, when our thought or when our mind is filled with such a great deal of worries and also mind become very agitated, then how if you think about that, and then it's not it is not going to help us to really face the situation, difficult situation. So rather that would become that worries in our mind would also add more problems on our situations. So that's why we learned here that how important is to develop the patience towards the harm that we receive from others, and particularly to patient to be able to accept the difficulties and accept the adverse situations. So when we as a benefit of that, as a benefit of accepting the situation as it is, then what happened is then then we free ourselves from being under the pressure, of the such the difficulty or the sufferings, and so therefore it kind of enable us to give some space in our mind to be able to work for the towards the solving the problems, and so in this way there's a tremendous benefit of patience in terms of maintaining calm in our mind, calmness, and maintaining the relaxations within our mind, and which is very much necessary, especially when we face certain adverse situations in our life.
Then couldn't so good, and that's ever go big, and pet has to share that. Down couldn't Zeba go a la pen, Hona, no shooting on nothing on Logro. That couldn't go Yabo Mares, nearby so Rome about caught on the King on the Mandoaje. Call Tonde, Loche. King on the Mandoaje. King on the Mandoaje. Kijis of Mandoaje. The Lord Dujas also not. The Liz Jenny, Shagarani, Control Coral, Chengina, Die. This is on a Chichene, caught on the Logi Shagana, Pegua, is that the new Alata, Kundra Nemusong, catching with Ceres, and Kundra Lager, Nemusong, the Kundra Lager, sorting a Hako, and Tahako, Yasana. Kundra Nemi, then the Tan in my shade, Kundra Lacane, Nascar, Youngudus. That couldn't Nemi said, near my leg with Twain, Manto, and Twain Geshe. That Teachi, Teagarella. Then Monzo Kundokolichi, that's a Janachi Sugarella, and a Danachin Tongarella, then Kunoto Atezama, Chun Rotenganachi, and that's the thing you either. Continue is it, huh? We can also take note that how our mind is in fact is something which is like a trainable, in a sense that is if we train our mind, then it has the ability to change, and the way that we want, and so therefore, if we want our mind to be in a way to change into something very positive mental attitude, and then it has that the capacities to change. If we train our mind, then it has the capacity. The mind can then develop into the positive state of mind. So now as to this our discussion on this the topic of the patience. So last week we talked about the benefit of the practice of patience, and so which is important to understand, and to you have to reflect on this. The benefit, if I practice patience, what are those benefits of practicing patience? If you can, even if you list every single benefit, and then how, as you really reflect on your mind on those
reflect on those lists of the benefits, then how it kind of the meditation then inspire or motivate one to practice patience, and so now there's also then on the other hand the text also talks in great detail about on the other hand the shortcomings of anger, now which is or the shortcoming or the faults of the anger, so which is also important to understand, as much as possible, and so that you be more motivated, you be more inspired to prevent and to counteract the anger. So you find in this text when we talk the faults of the angers, then there are faults which are visible, and there are invisible faults or the shortcomings of the angers. So we can see how in terms of our practice, it has a really someone who have a good knowledge, good awareness of all these all the faults or the shortcomings of the anger, and then there is a benefit even when that person's faces a situation where that person is in the state of like very close to arise or to generate anger. So at least that person then can have some sort of this understanding of all the shortcomings of those anger, then will have some sort of impact on that person in sense that, or that if you follow, if you really completely overpowered by the anger, then this is what all this all these shortcomings or the faults are inevitable, and so therefore this help even to that person to remind that person that whenever the anger arises, that understanding of the fault, that remind the person that I should not be completely overpowered by the anger, or should not simply follow the force of the anger.
당 큰저 년에도 소래 큰저인데 오늘 만 너무 터진 로지면데 아 소소라 예 이거 이제 맞아 큰저도 맞아 뒤슈지래 새 중계돼 새 문에 봐 중계 뒤슈도 큰저지래 니는 말래 년에 산주 뒤슈 제대 세바를 개 체주 있으면도 년에 큰저데 현재 사바는 얘네 큰저다 제대셔봐 개 체중 고 싸드더니 녀모가 다네 말래 이거래 녀모 강가라 싸드더니 그렇지 제가야 현재 사바는 제가 대는 사봤더니 큰저도 싸드더니 대원도 뭐라 그 녀보다 되니 제가도 제대셔봐라 큰저 네는 제대셔봐 개 심지 제가야 차바된 신대인 와라 신다라 예대셔봐라 패토이 수치 용거야래 그냥 너바도제 못하지 저도 차바제 가도 자가버서도 레 이나요 년에 제가도 정말 이제 아버 용게 되고 제 하라다 차비 온게 예대셔봐더니 다 뭐지 용거야서 차비신대 용당 안 선도나 그래서 가서 타마이나요 타마이나 가서 로어를 도망했다 봐 가서 도망 로어를 가지 차병 가서 제를 제송아 라 도망을 가서 차바를 제송아 파도를 시도서 되는 큰로 떠서 저러서 용화요 Then you want to marry. Need trouble, no back trouble, the car, trouble, Jan, I marry. Kaja, data, marrying one doesn't not take me. Is that some tell me what Japanese, that's on the death of the Akon, the other there. Then I attended to another country name as Akon, the man. They can't add another do. Draw the symptomato of Ganga and Anzon do. That's how Pa she Ganga, children do not tell you. The children's Ganga laboration in the land. They can't add Nalewa married. They tell my share the penalty. The children's to my congregation. She from to my congregation. I'll take a true it, that son of Tindora. They shouldn't to me get them, shouldn't to me get them married. Controlling any Joshua. Jedesha, get Chesham. Said drink at the Dushu, control the Rendua. Is that's on there to there. The more Teja.
So as we study about the fault of anger, and then we would also understand at the same time and how the practice of patience. The patience is really the one of the most important practice. Is in a way the essence of all the other other practice. So in fact it comes we find it later on in the text that it is said that for bodhisattvas, so that the anger is something which is the one of the main obstacles for them to be to perform the deeds, their deeds of benefiting other beings, and so therefore there's we will find in these texts and many texts where there's a great deal of the presentation of on specifically on how to counteracting the angers, and so we can also understand that how in compare with all other so many different other form of mental afflictions. So how the anger is one of the main one who is very powerful in disturbing or our mind, and so I also say that how when we look into the even though as like a desire or attachment, even though it is considered as a form of mental afflictions, but by its nature it has the it has the nature of actually bringing the other the things, a lot of people together, and that's how even which more than me. So you even in fact I don't have that personal experience. So you have the experience of how when you when you first developed a relationship with some other people, so it is really there's some element of or the one of the factor for that the relationship coming together could be the desire or sort of the attachments, and then how we, so as and so there is in some way, so through that the desire that you are able to be able to to have a positive relationship with others where there's a mutual benefits. And then of course then when we look at the end, if there's in the case where there's a the occurrence of the separations, and then see the cause for that which really separate, which really destroy, damage the relationship. So that is the anger is the one, and so therefore, it is important that how to understand all this, these like the fault or the shortcomings of the angers even in the context of our own life experience as well.
That's on the road. If I tell her, Mother never chopping the bio, 10 on the Shomba, the Nijit goes. Pens the Shomba apple to go, when the Shomba apple to go now, take the then, oh, Shomba the apple here now. That's all. Never the trusting, then Shomba Nijing and never think on any Janet would do. Take till Pendo would do. Tanto till they are checking to say, you know, no one knows the mother about the said tell you, never tell his own singer, get a tail, but I think Shomba Nijero. Thanks for God. Let that God. Shomba Nijete, young Allah, pa robbers on the generation. Tatus on the generation. Desha said, Zoni Castle Tatus on the generation. Because Zombos Tony, he was in Tony, Tatus on the generation. Zeb and Shomba Nijete, call a Madeba, call Gangajin Tony, they send it to Loshiration. Ta ko kanga ji thon del sende de lo ji yapo ji kong ngare da ne sha ko ye wo sun to ya ye wo de ma shi ne la me de ye na no de le ge de ba de ku no de ngo mo de ba som te chara to ji ge ji mo chara xiong ba ni ji nyo le de ba shi wo ji pe ji ji mo ji den de le pe zi ni ne xiong ba ni ji ba ro to no pensa jiru chi li yungu dewa. Pensa jiru chi yunga te toja tene, kanga mowa setaba, nga to yungu dewa, nga to ten gagu dewa. Jegi chi li penso chi, jegi chi li gawa chi, jegi chi li yichi chi, jegi chi li tangza, rato na tiri chi, tene chi nga to zomba li madu nena shibu yungu dewa. Tene yunga de pensa jegi chi, xiongpa di ijin trebi toni yungu dewa ida. 관계 처러서 손도나 야부 내대야다 맞아 뭐 센터를 15년 내가 10번 내가 접수가 되지 당연히 대세가 단대를 맞는 네.
So although the desire or the attachments so has the element or the force of bringing the people together, like such like forming a relationships. But it is also in order for that relationship to be very beneficial and something very healthy and then meaningful, then it's very important, as I always say, that we should also trying to bring a true love, true compassions to each other in that relationships, and that is very the true love and cultivating love and compassion is very essential. If we have to if we want to see more happiness and more benefits in our life. So this there is a if we look into the nature or the meaning of the love and the compassions, then it is something is a sense, a genuine sense of care towards others and concerns towards others, and so therefore usually we when we express that love and compassions, when in situations where the other person who who's your friend or who's in you, in our relationships, is where the person is in need of your love, needs your support, and so that is where the love and this compassion, feeling of love and compassion is expressed, and whereas when we look at the condition, the factor which arouse these desire and attachments. So this is where, when you it arises in your mind, when when you see, when you perceive the other person or the situation as something which is very to your own advantage, something very pleasant to you, and this is where it arises. So therefore, for in a long runs, so what really something will benefit to yourself and to you can have a more a healthy relationship with others is a love and compassion. Whether that can have even observe a situation where how sometimes in a situation where people who were saying that how after they being separated from the person that was in their relationship, and then how later on their relationship even become more meaningful. So, there's a more really mutual support, mutual help to each others. So therefore, it is very important to in order to bring this trust, bring the value and to very important to cultivate the true love and compassion with others, and where there's a true sense of affections and the connectedness to others, and so now again, the reason why all this are important is because we all seek happiness in our life, and so therefore the developing, working on to developing love and compassion is a very important cause for bringing or finding happiness in our life.
다 상태에서 다들 다 근데 예매 해봐라. 근저에 가르에 선적 중에 막해서 제바에는 제바세 가르에서 계속 제비 제사이 봐. 그래서 다 근저에는 간데서 근저 세워야 돼. 세나 근저세거다. 근저거든요. 예설라면 내가 현대비 끈은 나세봐. 세주실다 근저세가 근저세. 예설라면 내가 현대 끈 나세봐서. 예서 로지지 영화 공리시 있죠? 저는 생체. 그러면 영화 공리시 너한테 다 용주 파장인데. 그러니까 더라면이 내가 현대 끈 나세봐서 될다 근저세가. 근저세 산에 주는 다 산에래.
So just as when we the study on the patient, practice of patience. So there's we learned about the meaning of the patience. So like this. So now here we were talking about the anger and the faults of the anger. So therefore it's if we start, we have to ask. First we have to ask ourselves, what does it mean by anger? How are we going to define the angers? And so it is anger is is one of the like the root mental affliction or delusions, and of this one of the six root mental afflictions, and so it is it arises by in depending upon the any of the three causes, three causes or the three objects. So if you mention in terms of the three objects of the three causes, could be something like like this, the unwanted sufferings, and then the causes of the sufferings, and then the other being, the other sentient beings, and like the no. No. So like the cause of the anger. So these are three objects. No. So the object, causal objects of the anger, so are those trees, and to be the depending on those, so with the anger, so is as a mental factors, so which the again, you can't use them not any no. No. And the as a mental factor, so we wanted to retaliate or to cause the harm, desire to harm back, and also the there is a bit of like a resent, resents towards the objects.
Garse Dunga, Roji Dunga said, meeting a Tsering Yamajila, the Mongan cell, Mudeshare, Medaji laying there. There is your good Kurotaro laying there. There, Roji. That's Saint-Jean and the Hakova, Saint-Jean and Kura and Mazo. Dunga say it, and Nibo said, Kashan and Dig Dunga called the usual young there. Rashanger, Tanga, the Chish, that was my next chooses logic changes, second with Longo Tanga Machior, Longo Linga was my wife dead. Longo Linga mother, Longo Tanga mother, Longo. No. No, never share this, you call never hire. No.
The Gang has against you, and about the truth. So, can has the use.
And I use your
using that against one.
No. Can't try and no. Control it, can't try it.
No.
No.
So the relations with the one of the object which causes the anger. Okay, so like the so that's there are three, and so in relation with these, sometimes such object can be inanimate objects. And so once His Holiness Dalai Lama, he described the stories of the one of the in Tibet, one who a person who used to fix his motor or vehicles, and at one time he noticed that he was probably repairing the motor, so he's under the car, and then the accidentally hit his head in the bottom of the car.
Three times all time. Why they beneficial? Nothing. You know why they never shared this.
So the guy got so upset the fact that he hit his head on his car, so he got angry at the car, so he started to hit the car again, several times, and that's what his Holiness said.
That's younger way, you don't know this. On a country committee, Jati, Jats told them, Kipachi, yes. Konoji there, you couldn't have yes.
No. And so the example this Holiness gives, so which clearly shows how when our mind is overpowered by anger, how we lose the clarities of of our mind, and so that's why. And then there's another stories where the was mentioned by the late junior tutor of His Holiness Dalai Lama, so to do with one of the so sorry, the senior tutor
Little boy said, Tati Holiness Lama with all the Chinese men. His name is Hen. Live a painting, very good painting one. He live at Temple, live at what's that? Live at Anga, quiet, the strong Angas. Then you on time, he home. He home, he learned the rest, ball, ball, night ball, broke a ball, hit there, he live. That's all. You must call Kurosawa, you must call Kaya, which was the Joss. Call Kurosawa, Jala Kama Jot in Chevos, that call Kurosawa, call Jim the Kaya, which was the Joss. Yonzero was the Kotana sending on the Kaya, the Tag, call Kai, Jim and the Kaya, which was that Kurosawa Josh. That's George, you might talk on this centuries on it. They're Charles the Laban Gentris.
No. So the guy, the painter, was very short tempered kind of person. And so at one time, out of tantrum, so he broke his own very expensive, very special like a glass, and then
ball, no glass.
No, it's like a ball, yeah. No.
Ball, very special ball. In China, have very thin.
Like nice a bowl for ball, yeah.
He go normally he angry try all this. One time he made super. He very special. Good ball, really. Here no much. Very impressive. He angry made they broken. He not broke his hand. The little boy went down. He not worries. Very.
Then later on he his Holiness tutor noticed that he was worrying about that. No.
Ni control con jedik jane ni cholo ja jedik ma control jane jedik kan. Kage ngasan jedik ma da inji 이제 자주 상으로 가지고 공비인지래 공부인지래 생각 다 되는 초화되는 말이야 큰저서라 단 초화세도 가르제 큰저지 사건이야 멀진 큰저지 사건 그 젠패는 진로거는 봐서 내가 하도 자 진로 다도 접어 쉬나 쉬 学腾开再起来用的，他能抄啊啥？
가서
抄啊，
나오나.
抄这个的，
맞게 요바시는 가서 저소.
공조도 좋아하니다.
나오나.
抄啊年年来的，这没拉呀。
나.
좋아서 이렇게 공조 침포
나오나.
跟着前着用的，感觉咱们这个用的对的，这能抄啊的，
나오나.
抄啊才抄啊的年年的。
나오나.
要么前把写个人最早年见年年的写嘛的，前把用写要么的。 抄啊才在俺那现在人就个么那给什么就在说个，给我大姐。 不叫拉提人嘛，抄的在切看见，抄的才点行没得行，都搞什么的，不叫这太也不得，太也不得，有人切把写个什么样，当然抄啥搞的，看着啥，然后凡是安个里不是安个人讲安个里是张，then thing you hit into hit can hit, that's the抄。
So this when the anger, which is in Tibetan term, is called as kongdo, okay, and that's the early stage. So of the loss of temper, and then as it grow, as it develop, then it get to the stage where we call it choa, and so that's like more like a hatred. More intensified, state of anger. So it is a stage, so where you are ready to actually to become aggressive, to manifest your aggressions to others. So that's the difference between the anger and the hatred.
他跟着年面人蛮多年面他先就得跟叫什么人搞这是啥吧，就是那些见了送那些空人，这个讲跟着这个就讲把写了这个的。
So we go back to the text from where we left last time. So it says here, with respect to the faults of anger, the invisible faults are as follows. Engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds states, any good deeds such as generosity and worshipping the Sujatas you have collected over 1,000 aeons are all destroyed in one moment of anger. So, so these citations from the engaging the Bodhisattva's deeds. So where it says how, when it says here, any good deeds such as generosity and worshipping the Sujatas. So in that, so you the virtue that you accumulate through the practice of generosity and also as well as the practice of moral ethics and so forth, collected over 1,000 years are all destroyed in one moment of anger. So that shows the destructiveness of anger in terms of destroying the virtue. And then the text continue. So Arya Sura formulated this exactly as it is presented in engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds. So this citation actually has its source from the Arya Sura's text.
다네 내려만 되지 좀바 넘바를 비진 돌리는 까 자사비진데 계산 좀바 순발라 술라스네 주바이 이제 까와자 소비디 점바도 선저 파샬라 소바체다 시비 계산은 근데진데 사바 깨지 지가 제데 시비 좀 좀바 수 대다모 예 전라시란 치바이 기반은 같이 가려거나 같이 조세 기바체라 같이는 이제 예셔라 제데 시비 마마는 주발에서 고시 자세 노란 치바이 저도 저기야 가자 somba 깨진 거데 제제서 선서바 스스만은 선노스 근데 시에 때는 전에 조세진 지나진 계산 전나 저 조세 많이 발른 지나는 매바 주발 시에도 조세는 조세 많이 봐 조세는 지나요 전에 주발을 수시 사대야 뭐 예제 조세제 예면 예 망해서 초이 전세전은 시 통이 내면데 그제 나셔봐 단제 개와 요말라 나 수소 시계사 요말라는 조세란 집이지 먹이라 사지만 요정.
And then continues the play of Manjushri Sutra mentions the destruction of virtue accumulated over 100 aeons, and also Chandakirti's commentary on the middle way says that virtue accumulated over 100 aeons of conditioning to the perfection of generosity and ethical discipline is destroyed even by the generation of just a momentary angry thought. So concerning who or what the recipients of such destructive anger must be, some say that it must be bodhisattvas, while others assert that it is recipient in general. So the former accords with the statement in the commentary on the middle way. Therefore, a moment's anger towards a conqueror's child destroys the virtue arising from generosity and ethical discipline accumulated over 100 aeons. So with respect to the person who gets angry, Chandakirti's explanation of the middle way commentary says that if anger, even by bodhisattvas, destroyed their roots of virtue, it goes without saying that the anger of non-bodhisattvas towards bodhisattvas does. So regardless of whether the recipients of the anger is ascertained to be a bodhisattvas or whether the perceived fall that caused the anger are real, the destruction of virtue is said nonetheless to be just as explained above. That is, the virtue accumulated over 100 aeons is lost.
se tong xeba rwa se tong xeba la di zimba teta la so gelo da nda je sa wo nda je sa che ze ne bi je wo quan ce je jen zhe de de ba de sen je ko lo no ba je zhe bi je ne ba na je ne xian ma jin ye ya ba tian ye de gan de je ne ko lo je ja bo je ja shi je on je de ja shi je ding ja shi ding on je de je lo xia ban je ro xi xia wa ni sa天南天你才是在把娘科技就是转点的看了的路是他们家啊这的转点的这个就到真的说到转点的就野龙给啥啊这野龙给啥这大不吃啊虽然用转点的给就是啥啊这大空的三把多用啥三把多用啥就是三把你叫啊娘科就是错吧，下吧啦，马西吧东就是没吧西吧，这大部分那些人忙通在娘和这个啥全部都到就是老吧都有时，熊啊都有时， 세바요 저도 인저로 다때만 되는 마달래 요네 녀왕코 대답이 진짜 가요 저도 세제 내가 마샤나 노바 시바도 집이 릴라야 담미지 지기시 신대도 신대는 대노 시도 다 되는 말 더바도 걸래 다 되마 여드는 그래서 그런데 게사자 저기 대한 살래 되는 말 더바를 내용인데
So just continue the reading. In general, for there to be destruction of the roots of virtue, it is not required that anger be towards bodhisattvas. The compendium of training states the text of the Arya Sarvastivadins also says, the Bhagavan said, monks, consider a monk who makes a full prostration to a stupa that contains a Buddha's hair and nails and who has an attitude of faith. So be it, revert one. Monks, this monk will experience rains as a universal monarch, 1,000 times the number of grain of sand, 4,000 leagues under the ground, his prostrate body covers, down to the disk of gold that supports the earth. Then the Venerable Upali, who was located off to the side from where the Bhagavan was seated, bowed with hands joined respectfully and asked, the Bhagavan has said that these monks' root of virtue are so great. O Bhagavan, how are those roots of virtue used up, diminished, erased and extinguished? So Upali, when such a sin as malice is done to fellow practitioner, it is like a wound or maiming. I cannot see its full impact of virtue. Therefore, Upali, if you will not feel malice towards a burned stump, who need to mention feeling that way toward a body with consciousness?
다 계산 점이 대라서 대정까지 같이 있어. 다리 계산 저세 다 계산 점이 대듯이 대듯이만 넣으면 이제 다들래서 샤찬을 되는 샤만 찬에서는 다 저저 레고 the Chen about that on you think that Sandup psychology jabo Jan Page let's take it that's awesome. Thank you, shots I paid. When the shots I want Jenna, then a pair of get some young watching. That she got it. I put it that's on that on the then so you can know man the cinema that of one when that under you could demand then to the ocean when the talk goes there. 단데네말 거산 조비 되듯이 다들 여마신 저도스
So if you read this text, so you can quite clearly understand that. So in here we find here that about the benefit of like for example like performing prostrations, how it says here in terms of the amount of merit that you accumulate. So it says here, which is such that as many as there are the sand particles of the ground that you cover with your the full stretch of your body under the ground. So so the equal to that number, even it says so many times of that number. So you accumulate the merit of taking rebirth, born as the universal king and so forth. So essentially, so we note here how the enormity of the merit we accumulate, by from engaging the practice of prostrations, and then of course the issue is, the main theme is that how the great is that enormity is that merit, but how it can be damaged, it can be lost by a moment of such the arising of anger, and so now the quotations and so forth, which you can understand by reading, and now what follows is there are certain the text raise some points, critical points, and so which we would discuss next week.
That's it.
Okay. Maybe bring the tea and can we recite?